set a beat. You know what I won't blaze up. Come on, blaze up.
It's a beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we are. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Good morning. Happy hump day, everybody. Happy hump day. Sorry I am late. Welcome to the party. I'm late, girl. Happy hump day. We got a few things to discuss, y'all. Y'all get up in here and like the video. We about to get right into it. Happy hump day to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody. I just want to say that a few things that we discussed yesterday has come to talk on Twitter and on social media, such as Blue Ivy's dress. And also the PR stunt. Remember we talked about that yesterday. And it's all over Twitter about both of those things. And it makes me feel okay because I'm like, okay, I wasn't the only one looking at it like this. But we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about Stephen A. Smith coming to Jay-Z's defense. Floyd Mayweather got beat up in London, or at least jumped, or trying to be jumped, or something like that. Jay-Z's alleged son and delusional fans. We're going to talk about this because that's a cycle we need to break as people, because it's like, you know, it's like something we have to fix as a people, because we don't understand idolatry and idolizing and worship. You know what I'm saying? There's a thing called celebrity worship syndrome. And if you've never seen it before, start paying attention to this Jay-Z case, because it is literally all over right now. Okay? Because the fans is crazy. Y'all get in here and like the video. Y'all get in here and like the video. So, okay. Let's start off with Blue Ivy's dress. Let me get Blue up here. Okay, so y'all remember yesterday we spoke about this. I said, listen, y'all, I think she's a beautiful girl. I said Blue Ivy's gorgeous. I loved her. I think the dress is beautiful. The color is beautiful on her skin and all. But I also told you guys, I said, hey, y'all, it's a bit grown. I said that. I know I said it. I was there when I said it. And I said it's not that it's revealing or anything, because that's not what this is about. Revealing isn't the issue. The issue here that we're talking about and we're dealing with is the neckline. It's kind of like, well, it's a dress you would put on a grown woman, you know. Again, still beautiful girl. And I asked y'all how old she was. Well, according to Twitter, girl, they say she is 12. 12. I want that to sink into the people. 12. What we're not gonna do is act like dressing a 12-year-old to look like this, even though it's pretty, is okay. Okay. This girl is being over sexualized, and this is directly connected to the M's that want to join in the LGBTQIA plus community. This is what I've told y'all before. I know it sounds weird. I be overdoing it. Voodoo, you go too far, but then you overdo it. I get it. But let me tell you what I mean when I say that. You know, the M's believe, and they're spreading the rhetoric that they believe that they are born that way, right? That they should be able to date your children and marry your children, right? And we are like, hell no, we're not doing that. Like, no way, you know, but we don't realize how we're playing a part into welcoming that in. We are literally taking our babies and making them look grown. For instance, y'all remember them pageant shows? Y'all remember John Benet Ramsey or whatever the little girl name was? The only thing I've ever not liked about pageantry was the fact that they put the makeup on those little kids to make them look grown, like grown women. And it kind of goes into, y'all ever heard of like people who like have fetishes of grown people wearing diapers and stuff? It's kind of the reverse of that. And there's a mental something going on there. There's something mental, and I don't mean in a good way, like an illness going on there. Okay. This is the thing. It's cool because we love Beyonce. Well, I'm gonna say y'all because I don't. It's cool because y'all, a lot of people love Beyonce. So literally, there's very little that she can do wrong. Even when you know it's wrong, you're not gonna say that because it's Beyonce. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, although she looks beautiful, knowing that she's 12 years old, this is extremely inappropriate. Now, I'm not her mama. Her mama could put on whatever she want her to put on, but you don't understand influence. If Beyonce is dressing her 12-year-old like that, which I already know a lot of the people out here dressing they 19-year-olds crazier, you know what I'm saying? But do you understand the influence this is going to have on the parents who will then think that, oh, my 12-year-old can get a dress that you won't even find in the doggone section where the children are. You got to go to the grown section to find a dress like this. You know what I mean? And look, somebody, let me show you the delusion of the people. Y'all got you can't make this up. Let me show you the delusion of the fans. Let me see. Oh, I want to bring this up too. But let me show you the delusion of the fans, y'all. You cannot make this up. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up. So the Beehive people is on here and they trying to come to the defense. Now, this girl, before we get into what she said, let me show you some dresses. There was a girl who's trying to say, oh, it's not that bad. And she's saying it's not that bad because she was like, it's no different from other princess dresses. So let's go get some of these princess dresses that would be age appropriate for a 12-year-old. Let's look at Exhibit A. This here is a princess gown, okay? This is what this is, Beauty and the Beast. This is a princess gown. As you can see, the neckline on this gown, even though can be problematic because some people feel like, as you know, children should have their shoulders and stuff out. However, it is still less problematic than the gown that that Blue Ivy had on, because Blue Ivy's neckline literally draped down between, and first of all, a 12-year-old's boobs. That was a whole nother situation right there, right? But she's comparing it to this. This completely covers that whole section. She also compared it to this. Look at these gowns, y'all. Look at these gowns. These are the gowns that these people are comparing. And we're going to get into what she said. And she also compared it to this. Now, again, depending on how modest you are, some people might say, I don't like my 12-year-old to have her shoulders out at all. And understandable. However, these are still more age appropriate than this. Okay? This gown literally ages this 12-year-old to look at least 18. And I'm going to be completely honest. Other than looking in her baby face that was probably contoured to give her more of a defined look, if somebody said she was 21, I would believe it. And let me show you the logic in the social media people. This is what the girl had to say. Y'all get the likes up on the video because this is what the girl had to say on social media. Sorry about the screenshot. I was supposed to crop it, but forgot. She's wearing a ball gown. A lot of little girls wear these typical of Disney dresses. She's comparing Blue Ivy's dress to a Disney dress. She says, you're only sexualizing it because it's Blue Ivy is developing. She can't help that. But the fact that you are focused on a 13-year-old developing cleavage in a big dress makes you weird, not her parents. Now, again, I told y'all we live in a society where right is wrong and wrong is right. And instead of this young lady, whoever she is, and I'm gonna get her off here because I don't want to try to, boom, 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 get her caught up or whatever the case. But instead of this young lady saying, yo, what's happening is she's addressing the reaction to the action. Does that make sense? She's not addressing the action. She's excusing the said action because in her eyes, it's not that big of a deal. Y'all pushing it. And it's y'all the ones who are weird. Even though she compared them to dresses like this. She has eyes. She know good and well that this dress is not comparable to this one. This dress you can find in the underage section, in the girl section. You will never find a dress like this in the girl section. Nowhere. You will never find it. And the fact of the matter is that instead of addressing the action, like most people who like to deflect because they love their faves, this person decides that she wants to address the reaction, which is people are saying this is not age appropriate for a 12 or 13-year-old. It's just not. And listen, I'm not telling her what to do. That's her mama. Her mama can do whatever it is she wants. But I understand how this works. Now, this 12-year-old wears the dress, right? And then everybody goes on about their way. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. They battle in the street, boom, boom, boom. You know how the Beehive do. And then when the older people, because remember, we're addressing the reaction. Nobody's addressing the action. Remember this concept. We're addressing the reaction. So then when somebody 30, 40, 50, whatever, however old, sees a girl like a Blue Ivy at 12 and 13 years old, and then they unfortunately, and God forbid, hopefully not do something extremely inappropriate to or with this little girl, then when the people then turn around and use your logic and address the reaction, which is, I'm sorry, or flip it around and address your action and say, well, why would you dress her like that? You are fooling me. You are making it seem to me like she's older than she is. Does that make sense? Because see, that's what's going to happen. What's going to happen is they're going to use your logic against you. They're going to flip it and say, well, it's not my fault. You dressed this 12, 13-year-old like she's 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And in some states, I don't know if y'all know this, the age of consent is 16, like Georgia. And then people are going to blame you get it, for making her look like that. And then on the person who did the horrible foul thing will get the pass, because we are now in a society, like I keep telling y'all, where right is wrong and wrong is right. This dress was extremely problematic. Beautiful girl. Nothing to say negative about Blue, because Blue ain't did nothing. I'm speaking of the dress and the situation that I spoke about yesterday. This dress is extremely inappropriate, you guys. It just was. Now we can sit up here and say, but you need to mind your business. No, you mind yours, because you're on my channel. You know what I mean? And I'm here to give my opinion. And my opinion is this is a slippery, slippery, slippery slope. Extremely slippery slope. And it's going, by the time we catch up to it as a society, it's going to be too late. Somebody's hands is already going to be on somebody's child. Does that make sense? I just want to add that on here. You guys get the likes up on the video. Again, she looked beautiful, but now that I realize she's 12 years old, that's too much, y'all. That's too much. That is extremely too much. And we gotta watch it and be very mindful of what it is we around here accepting now. We have to be very mindful. I saw this dude, this quote on Twitter, and I wanted to share this with y'all. This is what this person had to say. This is extremely important. He says, the situation with Jay-Z, P. Diddy, and others reflect a deeper issue. Our society obsession with celebrity, which is just a modern form of ancient idolatry. It convinces people that I'm sorry, I can't hardly see this. Let me flip this over. My bad, y'all. I should have cropped this. It says it convinces people that I'm sorry, back up. I'm tripping up over my words. Let me start over. The situation with Jay-Z and Beyonce and others reflecting a deeper issue. Our society's obsession with celebrity, which is just a modern form of ancient idolatry. It convinces people these fake scripted personas are real individuals to emulate, often with disastrous results. Victims abound both in pop culture and in real life. This is very true, because what they're saying basically here is, listen, we don't even realize when we're in celebrity worship. And this is extremely problematic, because what happens is not only does it affect pop culture, or not only does it affect the celebrities, but it starts to affect us in real life. You become a reflection of the things you promote. Okay. And I found that to be interesting when I saw it, because as we can see now, everybody in their mammy is windmilling behind Jay-Z. Now, mind you, him and Diddy are best friends, both of the Shawns. They've said it in multiple interviews. But when it comes to Jay-Z and Beyonce, who people don't realize they suffer a high level of idol worshiping, When it comes to those people, then it's different. But the thing is, it's not different. And I just want to play this clip right quick.
Idolater, your soul is required in hell.
You get it? You ain't got to be a religious person to see what I'm saying. What I'm saying is the root of all evil leads through idolatry as well. Okay. Now, get the likes up on the video because I want to take a move over to the Floyd Mayweather gig. So I don't know if you guys know this, but Floyd Mayweather got popped down there in London. And let me tell you why. Floyd Mayweather decides that he wants to go and support one of them people that over there at that wall. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The clear on clear crime that's going on. And let me say this with Floyd Mayweather. First of all, Floyd Mayweather's actions are not his own. He is a puppet. The reason that he's extremely successful in his career and also in his doggone money is because he does what he's told. Most people don't realize that. I remember when Floyd Mayweather gave away all that money to the people in Hawaii after that fire. And most black people was like, oh man, it's crazy. Like, why he ain't give money to black people in America? We need that money. And I told y'all, duck, duck, goose, it ain't about what he want to do. Floyd is told what to do. He's told what to do. And let me say this before I play this video. I ain't gonna lie. When he ran across the people in London, shout out to my London Negroes. But when he ran across the people in London, and you know, I know it was a big mob crowd, but when he ran across them, I was thinking they ain't got no blickies. So what, they gonna poke him? Like, what they gonna do? Hit him with a bat or something? Like, it just, I don't know. It was just something weird. But anyway, he has shown unwavering support for Israel or whatever. And I'm gonna tell you like this: as black people, stay out them people business. Let the clear on clear crime happen on its own. You, as a Negro, don't have nothing to do with it. I be seeing them people hollering, free Palestine, and I think they're crazy. I don't know none of them people. I don't have no family over there. I don't have no lineage go over there. I don't know none of them people. Y'all let them people have their clear on clear crime in peace. Oh, you can watch it and say, oh, this is disgusting. That's fine. But you don't have, listen, y'all mess around. Black people, we got too much on our own plate to be worried about some other people's stuff. We got things to deal with in our own community, and all of that support for this and support for that, girl, y'all sound crazy. We don't need to be supporting nothing but each other. Period. Now, Floyd Mayweather has gone over to London a few times to, you know, floss and do all of these things. And he went to London and it was a Caribbean. Somebody called him a Bate boy. And I said, oh, that's a nigga Jamaican. That's a nigga Macon. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know them Caribbeans love going down to the London people. Okay? But they caught him, girl, and they was about to beat him up, girl. They had to rush him in the car. Check it out.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather was jumped in the street as he went jewellery shopping in central London after doubling down on his support for Israel in a furious conflict about the war in Gaza. The ex-champion, who's 47, was strolling around the floor at Hatton Garden this afternoon at around 4:30 when he's said to have got into a dramatic confrontation with a number of jewellery dealers, including some who accused him of supporting, quote, genocide. Now, it's unclear exactly why Mayweather was there, but what we do know is that the incident spiralled out into the street.
Oh, you're not gonna believe you, man. Mayweather just got punched up, bro. Money Mayweather just got punched up, bro.
There were multiple witnesses at the scene, including some who have spoken to The Sun tonight. One who declined to be named told us that Mayweather had walked in at around 4:30 p.m. and was window shopping alongside his entourage of friends and heavy security guards. They said if one of the most high-profile boxers in the world walks in wearing a bright green Louis Vuitton jacket, you know he wants to be seen. One of the jewellers in the market shouted, he supports genocide, which prompted others to get involved. Loads of them were calling other jewellers to come over and see him, and by the time they got there, there was a massive argument going on. People were pushing and trying to get to Mayweather and slap his head. His security guards then ran Mayweather out to the bottom of Hatton Garden and bundled him into the back of a Rolls-Royce 4x4, which then sped away. It's believed there were around 20 or 30 people watching, and in footage of the incident, you can see many of those men from inside the market come out and indeed chase Mayweather and his team as they try to keep a distance between the two parties involved. Another witness said there were 8 to 10 people going after him. Mayweather's security team were, quote, outnumbered. Someone said Mayweather had been shopping when he was asked why he supported Israel. Mayweather doubled down and said he was, quote, proud to support the Jews. Mayweather was one of the first major Western celebrities to visit Israel after Hamas's brutal October 7 attack last year, in which 1,200 Israeli civilians were killed. Just last month, the boxer held a private meeting with the controversial Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. That was a session he called an honour to have. He's also launched various charity projects for the Middle Eastern country, including a project by which every Israeli orphan will be given a free Christmas toy by Mayweather's new charity. Among his other endeavours in the Middle Eastern state, he's held barbecues for IDF troops who have been on the front line fighting against Hamas terrorists. Mayweather has already faced some backlash over his position on the war in February during an event in Las Vegas where he was promoting his new vape brand. His security team reportedly confiscated a Palestinian flag from one of the attendees, sparking mass chants of Free Palestine from the crowd.
Girl, let me tell y'all something, girl. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all believe for 1 minute Floyd Mayweather, the ignorant nigga who couldn't read but could fight, even know about them people down there, or purposely or genuinely want to support them people, y'all are crazy. Floyd is told what to do. He does what he's told. He is a puppet, okay? He does what he is told. Listen, and there's a longer issue here right now that we're dealing with too. Not only that, Floyd Mayweather, this is going to be used in the future to say, see, look, Black Americans supported these people. And they're going to use him to say, see, look, there's look at the photo. Look what he said. That's what they're going to do. And the fact is, we don't care one way or another. To be completely honest, Negroes don't care about what them people got going on over there. We don't. I've never talked to somebody who Black and be like, yeah, I care. Now, maybe some foreigners, I don't know, but I'm talking about the Negroes. We don't care. Girl, we could give two F's left. 2 F's about what them people got going on. Now, one of the things that he did was he offered to give them people, he offered to donate to them people while they at war bulletproof vests. Look at the bulletproof vest, and I'm going to show you what he did. And again, please do not believe that this is Floyd Mayweather's doing on his own. This is Floyd being told what to do, and he's doing it. It says, Jonah, please tell Eli that I will donate 100 bulletproof vests for the volunteers. 90 seconds to save another human being is in need is almost the amount of time it takes me to win in the ring. Eli, I love the work that you and I don't know how to say that name does. And it was great visiting you in Israel. I'll be back soon. And look at the person. Wow. Love you. Whatever. He's being used as a puppet to push an agenda by the people who are in charge and who give him his money and let him become a millionaire and an undefeated boxer, right? He is being used to do all of these things, and they're going to further use this later on to basically say, yeah, Black Americans always supported. No, we didn't. That's that nigga there. Which nigga Vu? That nigga there. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Baby, keep us out of it. That's Floyd and the people that control him. That don't have nothing to do with it. We don't have nothing to do with it. And then also, they was going to pop him upside the head. They said they slapped him on top of the head out there. And I'm trying to figure out, how did he even get touched? Okay? How did he even get touched? girl, they should have popped him again. That's how I feel about it. I don't give a damn about no Floyd Mayweather. Y'all know I don't like celebrities anyway, but I don't give a damn about no Floyd Mayweather or that vest. He better walk and tread light, because why them people telling him what to do around there, what they not telling him is, boy, them people is not gonna protect you. Okay. Now let's move on. Y'all get the likes up on the video, guys. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up. We don't have a lot of likes, y'all, and it was 837 people in the chat. We should have more likes than this. So now let's move on. I want to move on to this Jay-Z versus the lawyer and the son and all that stuff. Let me see. Is that? Yeah. No. Before we move to that, Diddy got a John Doe. A man came out and he looks very clear. You know, back in the day when quality of the picture wasn't that good, when we had flow model TVs and little box TVs with the antennas on the top, you know, they used to cover the people's face or make it dark so you can't see. And then, you know, and mess up the voice, and you'll be like, you never know who it is. But with 4D HD quality that we dealing with, girl, this John Doe, which is a man, has come out to talk about how Diddy had R-worded, I think either R-worded or SA, we'll see, but he had violated him, and he was security, girl. But I ain't gonna lie, I could see the man. Like, I know they turned off the lights and all of that, and like I said, it used to work back then, but I can kind of make out the man right now. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all gonna see it. But he comes on here, he talks about his experience in the Hamptons, and I've heard people, I was reading the comments, and they had people saying that they know people who worked in the Hamptons at them Diddy parties and them celebrity parties, and they was like, y'all will be surprised the things that these people be having to be seeing. But you know, they signed them people under NDAs. You know what I mean? So he's coming out talking about his experience and how he was R-worded, and girl, it is a lot. Y'all get the likes up. Listen, we all know Diddy is a booty bandit. Everybody knows that. If anybody is confused on that, then I think that y'all on the wrong channel. Everybody know Diddy like a little boot every now and again. You know what I mean? But well, I guess he was younger then, but a clear man, girl, let's get into it. Get the likes up on the video.
According to your lawsuit, you were hired by a security firm to work security at one of the infamous white parties that was thrown by Sean Combs in the Hamptons. What was that experience like?
At first, he was incredibly friendly, very gracious.
So you had a friendly chat, and then, according to your lawsuit, at some point later in the night, Sean Combs himself offered you a drink. This didn't come from staff or someone holding a tray of drinks. It came from him directly.
Correct. The first drink started to have some effect on me, and I just thought, wow, these are really strong drinks. It wasn't until the second drink, and it was already too late, that I realized that there was something wrong with the drinks. Sadly, Sean Combs was waiting in the wings. He was watching from some sort of vantage point, and once I was in a helpless position and he was sure that he was in a position of power, then he took advantage of the situation.
You allege that you were forcibly pushed into an SUV by Sean Combs. That act alone, according to your lawsuit, left you in considerable pain. And then once inside the vehicle, your lawsuit says plaintiff was held down by Combs, who overpowered him while he struggled to escape due to the effects of the drugs in his system. And it goes on to say that he sodomized you.
I was screaming. I was telling him to stop. It was incredibly painful. And he was acting like it was nothing. And he seemed to be disconnected from it. It was abusive beyond belief.
Girl. Nah, That's what the man had said. When I tell you Diddy will never come back, yeah, Diddy will never come back. Do you understand me? I want us to be clear on that. Diddy will never resurface in a good light ever again. Like, period. This is the end for Diddy. This is the end. Even if it's false or true, I don't know. We've heard stories that he has R-worded men and done stuff with men. So I don't know. It's all alleged. But let me tell you something. These people, this is on CNN. These people are not playing with this man. I don't know what it is. I don't know if Diddy is getting this because he did something. I don't know, but whatever it is, Diddy will never resurface. You got this grown man on here talking about how he was down there in the Hamptons doing security, and now he's being drugged, R-worded, and all that stuff. That's a wrap. Diddy will never come back. At this point, if he unalive himself, if he jump off the bridge, it would make sense. You know what I mean? Because there's nothing he will ever be able to say or do that he will ever be able to come back. And yeah, I believe him. I don't care. And do I really believe him? I don't know. But for all intents and purposes of the live, yeah, I believe him. I said it. I believe him. Ish. I don't know. Girl, listen, I've never gone to the Hamptons. I've never been to a mansion party like that. I've never been around these celebrities, but I do know if you rob 5 stores or if you rob 5 banks and then the 6th one get robbed, don't be mad if we say you did it. Does that make sense? If you is a professional armed robber and all of a sudden the bank get hit, do not be mad when we all looked at the robber, because you be robbing banks. And even if you didn't do that one, this is my logic. Even if let's say you innocent, you did not rob that particular bank, but you robbed the other 6, so go lay down. Does that make sense? Girl, Diddy, yo, whew, the diddler is diddling, huh? Girl, the diddler is diddling, girl. But that's the John Doe done came forward and said he done got R-worded, sodomized, and all type of teas, girl. I don't know what's going on. A lot of people don't understand the mindset of people who R-word people. It's like the same mindset of people who kidnap people. It's not about your ability to gain people. Like, for instance, people who R-word people, they don't do it just for the sex. Does that make sense? That is the smallest minute point of it. The people who R-word people do it for power. The people who R-word people do it for a sense of satisfaction. It's all about taking control. It's not about, oh, well, it doesn't make sense because he a billionaire. He don't have to take nothing from nobody. You don't understand the desires of a millionaire or a billionaire. See, you're thinking on the level of us. Oh, on our level, if we got money, we don't have to go take nothing because it's going to flock to us. But when you become so high up that your desires begin to change simply because the things that you're around changes and increases, then it's not about, I can just buy 3 women. Why do I need to traffic them? Because the trafficking brings the more of a sensation than the actual women itself. Does that make sense? So people like Diddy, who is drunk of power, part of being drunk on power is having that power, that same power, and yielding that power to do things like that. Okay? So, yeah, I believe it. Yay. Hey, I believe it. Like the video. We got to move on, y'all. Like the video, guys. Y'all get in here, like the video. It's again, because I have a degree in psychology, but because I study this stuff and I peel back layers on this stuff and dig deep into the sociology of human and also mixed in with the psychology, I just see it differently. And I can understand why people, I told y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed, when I first got into psychology, I wanted to study serial killers. I did. I wanted to understand why they do what they do. That's what I wanted to do. But what happened was I had ended up trying to talk to somebody about an internship, because you have to do that. And this one psychologist told me that one of the worst experiences she's ever had was doing that type of work. She said that she still has PTSD and trauma from it, because not only are you hearing these people's stories, people will try to attack you and all type of stuff. You know what I mean? So I said, I'm gonna just study it on the internet. Don't worry about it. I don't have to go, you know what I mean? I'm gonna just do it on the internet. It said she still have nightmares. I said, oh yeah, I'm gonna just look at it online. I'm gonna just keep it online. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it online. I don't need to go down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just look at the people who did it. I ain't doing it, you know. But anyway, y'all get up there and like the video. Now, moving forward, I just want to say, as it pertains to Jay-Z and this PR stunt, I told y'all niggas.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swear, but I told y'all niggas.
One more time for the people in the bike, because this was a definite PR stunt. So one more time for the people in the bike.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swear, but I told y'all niggas.
All right, let's get into it. So, according to Forbes, yes, Forbes, shout out to Forbes. Forbes put out an article talking about Jay-Z's PR strategy. What did I tell y'all yesterday? One more time. I'm sorry. I'm not humble like that. When I'm right and people be like, I like to come back and be like this.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Y'all thought I was swear, but I told y'all niggas.
Yay. I told y'all niggas. I told y'all niggas. Okay? Now, Forbes put out an article and says, breaking down Jay-Z's PR strategy in his statement denying allegations. I told y'all, I said, listen, first of all, Beyonce has not been nowhere around no Blue Ivy in public. She just hasn't. She just hasn't. She just hasn't. Beyonce has not been around Blue Ivy in public. Jay-Z has been the only one. He probably the one that's bringing her on all these meetings and doing. Jay-Z has been the one to bring her around. I also told y'all, I said that Jay-Z knows that Beyonce is his safekeep. He knows that her fans love her so much that by proxy, he will be protected. So he did what I said he did, which was go down there, get Beyonce, bring her to the premiere, put that whack ass video up there of Beyonce playing like she crying, Yellow jumping all in the doggone video. We don't know where Green at. Blue trying to look at Beyonce like, girl, you got 5 more seconds before I end all of this. Like, you know what I mean? And I told y'all, I said this was a PR stunt. This is public relations 101. Whenever you are in trouble, all you have to do is change the thinking of the people who think that you're in trouble. How do you do that? Family, people. Family. Okay? Now, let's get into what the people had to say. They broke it down a little bit more than I did yesterday. So according to Forbes, this is what they had to say that Jay-Z is doing. Let's start with humanizing himself, right? It says Jay-Z leaned on a classic PR tactic by bringing his family into the conversation. He mentioned his wife, Beyonce, and their children, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir, likely hoping her star power would add a protective layer. However, this move didn't land perfectly. Social media users were quick to point out the irony referencing Lemonade, Beyonce's album that famously addressed Jay-Z's admitted infidelity and put their private struggles on public display. So basically what this slide is saying, listen, what he did was try to humanize himself by using the optics of his family. Blue Ivy, the baby. I told y'all they threw her in. They threw Yella in for a little razzle dazzle. That's why they threw Yella in there. They threw Yella in there, and then they had Beyonce do the fake cry. You know she not a good actor. You know she not a good actor. Now let's move on. They also say it's playing the victim. Jay-Z positions himself as the real victim in his statement, attempting to separate himself from the typical celebrity stereotype by emphasizing his roots. Remember, he said, I'm a young man from Brooklyn who made it, a young black man, from Brooklyn who made it. I said young. Nigga, what? Oh, it also goes on to say he describes himself as a young man who made it. I just said that, made it out of the projects of Brooklyn, adding, we don't play these type of games. We have very strict codes and honor. At 56 years old with a net worth of $2.5 billion, those lines feel out of sync with reality. Still, they're clearly meant to evoke his scrappy, street smart beginnings. So now he's trying to identify with the young black male who had struggles and made it out. Like, yo, I was that black man, that young black male who struggled. I sold drugs. I did what I had to do, but now I'm a family man. I'm doing well. He's tapping into that demographic of young black males, okay? That's what he's doing. He's tapping into the black males that either come from the struggle or made it out of any type of struggle. He's using those people to get on his side. Let's move on. Then he says, challenging the accuser. It says Jay-Z doesn't flat out say the accuser is lying, but he tries to poke holes in the credibility of Bugsbee's motive. When he says whoever will commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away, would you not agree? He's hyping the drama around, without mentioning the fact that this isn't even a criminal case. The ads, my heart and support goes out to true victims in the world, which suggests that this particular accuser doesn't make the cut. It's a crafty move that shifts the spotlight away from the actual claims and shines it on what he sees as, I got to take this down, as the shady reasons behind the lawsuit. So basically what Jay-Z is doing is telling people, hey, don't look at the actual lawsuit itself. Look over there at the lawyer. He's shady. See, look over here. He's shady. He's shady. You get it? It's to divert your attention off of what's really going on. And these are the facts, my people. I need y'all to understand this. As it pertains to Jay-Z, that persona stuff that y'all be seeing, where these people be coming out here playing like a family man, that happens in politics all the time. The reason why you've never seen a single president or a single governor, they all be married, not because they really in love with their wives, girl, it's because it's for perception. They need the people to see them as innocent. It creates a level of relatability and innocence. And so what Jay-Z has done, he came out first, reasonable doubt, trapper and rapper, selling drugs, doing X, Y, and Z. Then he rebranded himself when he separated from Dame into, what he said? I'm a businessman, remember? And he stopped putting on the suit and tie. Well, once he got that embedded in the people's heads, then he was able to grow out the locks, because we were in the black movement era. It was kind of like we celebrated the nappy roots and all that stuff. So he started growing out his locks. And then we already had it in our brains that this is a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man, Savannah. That's what we was already saying. So now when stuff like this comes out, him with the witch lady, when stuff like this comes out, we ignore it. We're like, oh, it can't be. Not Jay-Z. He has years and years of embedding in our brains that he's a family man. Don't he be down there with Blue? Look at him with Blue. Oh, look, he smiled at Kelly Rowland. Look how he loved her. His face lit up when he seen her. Oh, look how he is with Blue. Oh, one thing about it, he's a good father. So when we see stuff like this, we completely dismiss it because it can't be true. This is a great man. And then when allegations come out, we over doggone protect this man, because how dare you? And those are the ones who are Jay-Z fans. But the ones who are Beyonce fans are jumping out the window head first without looking down, because they don't care. No, there will not be any disparaging things and certain things said about Beyonce or anything attached to her. And that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with a level of indoctrination and also celebrity worship. These people are worshiping these celebrities and not realizing it. But then it made me think, what's the rap name Hove? I said it. Jay-Z changed his name to Hove. God MC, me, Jehovah. You remember that line? Put a one in the chat if y'all remember that line. See, because we just be dancing. We just be thinking, oh, it's just music. That's fire. That's fire. Yeah. It's fire. He had the beef with Nas, so he had all our ears. He had all our ears. He was in the middle of a beef with Nas. The takeover. The breaks over. Nigga. God MC. Me. Jehovah. He's telling you right then and there, I am your God. People, but then he wasn't talking about God in real life. He was talking about rap God. No. What he was telling you in the album or in the song was, I am now your God. And we rapped it, me included. I know the whole song. I know the whole Blueprint album, first and foremost. I can rap the Blueprint album from beginning to end. I must have played that CD so much, girl, when it scratched, girl, I was trying to find out how to unscratch it. Do you understand what I'm saying? So in order to make it more palatable, so it won't seem so obvious that he's trying to say he's your God, what did Jay-Z do? What did he do? He said, if I keep saying Jehovah, they gonna catch on. Let's shorten Jehovah and just call me Hove. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. J to the O-V. H to the O-V. I used to move snowflakes by the O-Z. Put a 2 in the chat if y'all remember that line. I'm connecting the dots for y'all. Thank me later. You're welcome. Okay? I'm just gonna connect the dots for y'all because we're getting into this celebrity worship, right? Now he goes from the takeover, the breaks over, nigga, God in MC, me, Jehovah. Then he said, nah, they gonna catch on to that. I can't keep going around saying Jehovah. I gotta shorten it. So then he come right back. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hove. And then all the media started calling him Hove. All his peers started calling him Hove. And guess what we did? Called him Hove. Not even realizing we're calling him a god. Or no, not a god, the God. Remember, he said he's Jehovah. Anybody who knows anything about religion, I don't care what religion you are, everybody knows that one of the names for the Most High God that was used was what people said with me, boys and girls, Jehovah. You get it? So it's the subconscious indoctrination for me. What I'm saying is this: the allegations are coming through, and I'm watching so many people windmill with their heads down, and they don't even realize why they're doing it. Okay, because in their minds, some of them really believe that he could never do something like this, but they don't know why they really believe that. They really believe that because they have been indoctrinated to believe that. You get it? A person who's listen, birds of a feather flock together, right? A person who has high moral standings are not going to be affiliated, let alone best friends, his words, not mine, with a person of low standards, low morals, or at least not even just morals and standards, or a person that does horrible things to people. Okay? I don't hang out with sluts and whores because guess why? I'm not a slut and I'm not a whore. I don't sell my vagina. So nobody in my friend circle are going to be people who sell vagina. No shit. No shout out to the people who sell vagina. I ain't mad at you, but I'm just saying that's not of my everyday caliber. I'm not hanging out with people who sell drugs. I don't hang out with women who date drug dealers. Why? Because I don't date drug dealers. I don't be around drug dealers. So why would I be friends with you and your drug dealer boyfriend gonna be around me and I don't be around drug dealers? I don't hang out with people who do drugs. Why? Because I don't do drugs. So I'm not gonna hang with the crackhead. I'm not gonna hang with the person who smoke meth and weed and all that all day because I don't do that. Show me your friends and it tells me a lot about you. Now, this man has not only been connected to this witch right here, he has proclaimed Sean Cardi and Sean John and Sean Combs. They are besties. He's already been mentioned to be at the freak offs after hours. It's already been said more than once by many, many people. And Beyonce, mind you, but most people will go ahead and wipe that out of their brain because not my God. Not my God. But see, that's the subconscious brain talking to him then. See, that don't come out their mouth. See, what comes out their mouth is, he would never. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. But what they're missing is, actually, he's not. I don't believe he is, at least. I don't believe he's a good man. You cannot be a billionaire and have clean hands. It just doesn't work like that. It never has, and it never will. I need us to be on board with that, okay? Now, Stephen A. Smith, the foreigner with the hard R, who has never had a take that black people agree with, he comes out in defense of Jay-Z, and you should have seen the people in the comments saying Stephen A. People hate Stephen A. You know, but because he's defending their God, Jehovah, most of the people in the comments are saying, oh, Stephen A., I've never agreed with you, but now I do. Well, why do you think that is, boys and girls? Because they have been indoctrinated to do whatever it takes to protect this person who is nowhere close to who you think he is. You get it? Let's get into the video of Stephen A. going ham and saying he emphatically do not believe any of these allegations. He knows Hove, that's his friend. He would never. This is what Stephen A. said. And mark my words, he will eat them. Check it out.
Around Jay-Z and knows him, has seen him come to the defense of the most helpless amongst us, which are the children. I can't believe for 1 second that he would ever be associated with an allegation like this. And I felt it was important to bring that up because you got people out there. Stephen A., you had something to say about Diddy. Why aren't you going to have something to say about Jay-Z? Well, I don't know Diddy. I've met him a few times, talked to him a few times. Absolutely. But I've known Jay-Z for 25 years. I don't believe it. Now, that's as far as I can go. Because, again, if you can't provide eyewitness evidence to refute the allegations that have been levied against anyone, it's irresponsible to go over the airwaves and go any further than that. It is not irresponsible to point out who a friend of mine is. Somebody that I've come to know and love and don't believe for 1 second would be capable of such a thing. That's not irresponsible. That's love right there. Because of what you know about a person based on your personal interactions with them along with the people that have been around them. I don't believe it. And I tell you what also made me comfortable enough to come on the camera and say this to all of y'all. That quote that Jay-Z gave. Put it up there again, because I want the audience to see it again. I want to read the quote to you, okay? These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Bam! What he's saying is, let's go. Let's go to court. Who is she? I got children at home. Beyonce's my wife.
Let me say this, because that's what this is really all about. Beyonce is my wife. I'm Jay-Z. I'm the clean guy. You could never. Again, do I believe the allegations from the 13-year-old at this point? Yeah. Because the reaction and the PR and all that stuff is making me feel like even if he's not guilty on that particular thing, it's something else coming out. And let's be clear. Let's really be clear about this. You got to know this. Jay-Z is on the chopping block. He's next. It's inevitable. And it was ushered in by that Piers Morgan and Jaguar Wright interview. Listen, one thing I learned about Jaguar Wright did an interview with somebody, I can't remember. And she said one thing about Piers Morgan is he does his homework. He vets the people that he allow on his show. And without saying it, it was basically said that he knew exactly who she was and what she was going to say. This was ushered in, and his demise is inevitable. And for Stephen A. Smith to be so wrong most of the time, but be so loud all of the time, I don't understand why anybody even listens to this fool. These are the facts. Jay-Z was 28, hear me, messing with or allegedly dealing with younger girls, okay? The likes of Foxy Brown and allegedly Beyonce. Whenever they ask them when they met, he can't say, he don't know, he don't remember. You know what I mean? But these are the facts. This was a 28-year-old man hanging around a 16-year-old Beyonce and 16-year-old Latoya, Latavia, and Kelly. Why would that be? Why would that be? What would a 28-year-old have to have in common with somebody that young? This is a real question. But most people don't want to deal with that. They want to act like, oh, but it wasn't like that. They was really cool. No. What 28-year-old man? But see, when Kendrick said that, what's that boy named? Drake was a weird ass nigga. And he said, hide your little sister. Everybody rapped in and said, yeah, that is weird. But not when it comes to their God, Jehovah. Never. Look at the windmill on deck. Look at the girl said. They were friends when they met. She was 16. Her mama addressed this on social media. Oh, this in reference to Foxy Brown. Look, they were friends when they met. She was 16. Her mama addressed this on social media, and so did she. They never dated when she was a child. Like the person says, what does a 28-year-old man have any business being friends with a 16-year-old? As a woman, you should be ashamed. But I understand women. We do a lot of worshiping on black men or whatever. So it's that element, and then it's the celebrity element of worship as well. This is extremely problematic. This is extremely problematic. I want to say this is the video where he was choked up about when he met her, I think. Hold on, let me see.
We've got breaking news from New York.
Oh, that's not it. That's not it. But yeah, it's kind of weird that we are normalizing grown-ass men being with or around young girls. We're not doing that, okay? And Stephen A. Smith, you shut your ugly ass up. Because let me tell you something about Stephen A. Smith. He is always on the wrong side of things. He's never on the right side of things. Never. He's always on the wrong side of everything. So if Stephen A. Smith is speaking up for somebody, they should be worried. As a matter of fact, if he's so much good friends with Jay, like he said, if I was Jay, I'd call him and say, bro, don't do that. Yeah, no, thank you. I appreciate the gesture, but don't worry about it, Fed. I got it. Because he's always on the wrong side of things. Now, I heard he said that about Diddy, too. Like, it's ridiculous at this point. It really is. But this is what we're dealing with, people. Now, let's get into this news clip of these allegations.
We've got breaking news from New York. A lawsuit has accused rapper Jay-Z of raping a 13-year-old girl in 2000, allegedly alongside Sean Diddy Combs. The anonymous accuser says the alleged assault happened after the teen was driven to an MTV Video Music after party. The federal suit was originally filed in October, listing Combs as a defendant. It's now been refiled to include Carter. None of the allegations have been proven in court. Carter is the first celebrity to be accused of sexual assault in connection to Combs.
Please be aware. Please be mindful, people. Those personas that you see on TV are not real. They're just simply not. Those are just what they are, personas. I got another clip of these allegations. Check it out.
You're not the father. Why you ain't just get...
My bad, wrong one.
Tonight, explosive allegations against legendary rapper and mogul Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter. A new civil lawsuit is accusing him of raping a 13-year-old girl with Sean Diddy Combs, which they both deny. The suit claims the alleged assault happened after the Video Music Awards in 2000, the year Jay-Z was nominated for Big Pimpin'. The mogul, husband of megastar Beyonce, calling the accusation heinous. Now his lawyers also firing back, saying these are false, unfounded allegations. The lawsuit was originally filed in October against Combs, Jay-Z's longtime friend, and an unnamed Celebrity A. But now it has been refiled, naming Celebrity A as Jay-Z.
There is nothing unusual about the timing other than the fact that the client authorized us to amend the lawsuit and name Jay-Z as a defendant.
The anonymous woman, who was 13 at the time, described in the lawsuit as being drugged and raped at an MTV VMAs after-party she says Combs hosted. According to the suit, she recalls accepting a drink that made her feel woozy and lightheaded before she says she was raped by Jay-Z and then Combs in a bedroom as an unnamed female celebrity watched. Now Jay-Z accusing the woman's attorney of trying to blackmail him in a demand letter, suggesting the attorney had tried to seek a settlement first.
These kinds of demand letters are sent on a daily basis across the United States, and attempting to attack me to take the focus off of the alleged perpetrator won't work, and it won't intimidate us.
Sean Combs remains behind bars awaiting trial on various federal charges, including sex trafficking, which he has pleaded not guilty. Bugsbee has filed a string of civil suits against Combs, which Combs' attorneys have dismissed as shameless publicity stunts.
And Chloe, we don't know the identity of the accuser, which was the crux of a filing today.
That's exactly right, Lester. The accuser is currently listed as Jane Doe in the lawsuit, but just hours ago, Jay-Z's attorney filed a motion demanding that her identity be revealed or have this case completely dismissed. Now, ultimately, this will be the judge's decision, but it's also possible that the accuser, who is now an adult, could come forward and reveal her identity on her own, Lester.
All right, Chloe Malas, thank you.
All right, so that's another clip of the allegations against Jay-Z. Again, honestly, we don't know who these people are. We don't. We do not know, for real, who these people are. None of us know who these people are. All we know is what they give us, and that's what we see. Okay? That's it. We don't know who these people are. We don't know what happened. But we do know that there's a history of Jay-Z being grown and old round churn. That's what we know. Rather he was friends with Foxy or friends with Beyonce or friends with this one or friends with that one. He was a grown ass man befriending young girls. And I don't want us to deflect that because we want to say, well, they did it too. They did it too. It's like the child who get in trouble and want to point out that somebody else did something bad too. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about him. And we're talking about Diddy. And and for people to have the psychology that Diddy could be a monster and he can't, that tells me right then and there, you're not even thinking. You're not even thinking at all. Because none of this makes sense. He brings out the entire family because everybody in the world loves Beyonce and Blue Ivy. I don't know why the Witch of Vermont was there. She looks that's a whole nother story. But ultimately, this is only the beginning of the claims that's going to be levied against him. And at some point, the celebrity is not going to work. Because as soon, like I told y'all before, most people are sheep. They don't do until somebody tells them. And the media has not told you to hate Jay-Z yet. But when they do, all heads will turn. You get it? This is what's gonna happen. Right now they windmilling. Right now they just like they did with Diddy. They were windmilling with their head down, baby. Yes, they was. And then the allegations came out, and some people started turning their head, and the other ones were still windmilling. And then the tape dropped, and everybody didn't like Diddy no more. That's what's gonna happen here. We're just in the beginning stages of this thing. We're literally only in the beginning stages of this thing. These are the people right here we worshiping. Ridiculous. But it's coming. Pure Joy, thank you for the super chat. She says, Vu, I don't believe the 13-year-old story. 2000 VMAs after party was held at a separate club in Manhattan. Lotus and Twirl. Diddy was at Lotus. Jay was at Twirl. Paparazzi has the pics. That may be Pure Joy. That may be. I don't know. I wasn't there. It may be. The thing is, you just don't know how things transpired that night. You know what I mean? Who knows? They could have met up. I don't know. You might be right though. You might be right. But again, it's like I told y'all, it's like robbing the stores. If you rob stores and the store get robbed and you didn't rob that particular one, they're going to just say you did it anyway. That's what we're dealing with. This is only the beginning, child. Thank you for the super chat, Pure Joy. Divine Empress, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Boo in chat, sending love. Don't feel well today. Oh, I hope you feel better, Divine Empress. I really hope you feel better, my love. Thank y'all so much. Now, I want to get into... Wait, let me show you this. So they say that Beyonce losing subscribers, huh? Or followers, huh? Girl. They say she losing followers like crazy. Why everybody's getting away from Cowboy Carter? What they did? What happened? And here's another allegation that people are glossing over. So Beyonce, Jay-Z's alleged son. This is Jay-Z's alleged son. This dude been doing interviews for years. The part that people are glossing over is his mama was 16 or 17, allegedly, according to him. His mama was 16 or 17 when she got pregnant by Jay, allegedly. But I guess that can't happen either. You know what I mean? Allegedly, according to this boy who's been begging and pleading for Jay-Z to give him a DNA test. He said he don't want no money. He just want to know if that's his daddy. He and then been blocking him through the courts and all of that. He said he just want to know if that's his daddy, and his mama was 16, I think. What is they saying 15 or 16, something like that. So we're not gonna do that. And we're also not gonna act like old ass men wasn't messing with young girls back in them days, because they was. They was. So this young man, big up Tony Bugsbee or whatever his name is, and by saying basically he's standing up for the victims because this needed to be done. And he also goes on to still talk about he was brought back into the surface of wanting the DNA test. Now this young man has been asking for this DNA test for years. He has not been able to get the DNA test. He's going to talk about he talked about how his mom was called by a judge. She was called on her phone by a judge, and whatever he said to her on that phone, she passed out. People with money have power. People with power use it and abuse it. I'm pretty sure Jay-Z called down to whatever state courthouse or wherever, New York, I don't know where they at, and said, put a can on this, put a lid on this shit. You know what I mean? I'm pretty positive that's what happened. Dolls Hour, thank you for the super chat. Hey, boo mamas, popping in right quick to show love. Watch time home and interviews with Dr. Phil. Sex trafficking increased by 600%. Oh, and another $50 billion to Ukraine, $1 billion to Africa, and 0 for Acorn. Hurricane victims, shake my head. Love you and Acorn. You know how I forgot to talk about that. Remind me to talk about that tomorrow, how they gave that money to Africa. It was just a slap in the face to Negroes. It was just a slap in the face to Negroes. But thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. And that was good information we needed. Listen, I'm going to let the boy say it. This boy been asking for this DNA test for ages, and he has not been able to get it. Shouldn't that be a red flag to some people? Let's get into it. Well, let's get into him telling his story. Hold on.
My mom was talking on the phone with the judge, and she got real sick and just fell. And I honestly believe that he should have never called her, or that should have never been. Why is you talking to my mom for as a judge or anyone from the court systems? And what was said to make my mom obviously get ill and sick. We took her to the hospital. You know, they checked her out. She got a doctor's note and everything. But it should have never been no judges calling the house phone to talk to my mom, to even speak with her about anything, because what was that for? I honestly don't know what was said and what happened to make my mom even to get ill, but I can honestly say that it was never supposed to happen. And I just want the world to be aware of things that's going on.
Let me tell y'all something. That is not no coincidence. Whatever was said to that lady probably shocked her and scared her so much that she just passed out and couldn't take it. Intimidation happens in these situations as well. Let's get into another video. Get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up.
Tonight, explosive allegations.
My bad.
If you're not the father, why you ain't just get this done and over with? You know, my mom was a dancer. She used to go to a couple concerts with our friends, and basically they went to an apartment building. You know, they relaxed and chilled and, you know, had sex.
Has Jay-Z or any of his people tried to reach out to you to maybe like squash you from doing these?
I mean, I wouldn't say they trying to stop it, but they definitely don't want it out there. I would say that. It's crazy to me. You know, I'm not asking for no money or nothing. I'm not asking for no handouts or nothing like that. I work every day. I take care of my family. Only thing I'm asking for, if it's not the truth and there's nothing wrong with the Supreme Court, like, you know, just get it over with.
Yeah,
just get it over with.
Yeah, you just want the answer.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there is fire. Yeah. He's still running from this little boy. I ain't gonna lie, Kelly little boy looked just like him, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But ultimately, like I said, if all these things are pointed toward this man, then at some point we got to start saying, look, let's take a look at it. Even if you don't just believe it, let's start taking a look at certain things, because too much is pointing toward these people. Too much. And it's not by coincidence. It's literally not by coincidence. People will say it is, but it's not. It's literally not. The fact that This man refuses to take this DNA test, and this boy was coming out with this stuff. I can remember at least 5 years. At least, I want to say damn near his whole life. But at least 5 years ago, I seen this little boy on social media. Well, he a man now. At least this, 5 years ago, I seen this man on social media talking about Jay-Z as his father. Like, come on, man. What we doing? Don't do that. We can't be blind to stuff, because if we continue to go blind to certain things simply because it's for the people we like, I told you, it's going to backfire on you. And listen, this is the thing. Oh, let me read this. It says, activist says that Jay-Z's refusal to take DNA tests for his unclaimed son still makes him the father. So I guess not. This is an activist that said that. I don't know the law up in New York. So somebody down there help me out. They're saying that if he don't take the test, then by default, he becomes the father. Put a 1 in the chat if that's true in New York. Put a 2 in the chat if that's not the case. Is they in New York? I would assume they were in New York. I don't know what jurisdiction this is. But the other alleged claims is by proxy, by default, I'm sorry, he's the father because he refuses the test, or he's running from the test. That's Maryland? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's different in different states. Yeah, I thought he was from VA or Maryland. I don't know, girl. I haven't been following this case. I'm not sure, so please don't quote me if I say New York. I'm just assuming New York because that's what Jay-Z be putting on the Yankee fitted. But I don't know, girl. I don't know where them people was. Where there's smoke, there's fire. Yeah, there's fire. I'm gonna have to go watch that interview with Tasha K. I see y'all telling me to go check that out. I'm gonna have to go watch that interview. I haven't had a chance to sit down and listen to it, but I'm about to go run anyway, so I might go watch it. I might go watch it. See, this is the thing. This is the gag. Jay-Z has to have an image, and in said image, that image can only reflect the good, clean family man. That young man don't fit this image. Okay? And this is political. This is bigger than rap. This is deeper than rap. This is political. There's politics in everything. There's politics on your job. There's politics. It's not just the president for politics. Politics run almost everything. That's how we are governed in America. This is political. That young man cannot be his father because Jay-Z is a clean-cut guy. He's supposed to be the clean guy who's wholesome and sweet, but just so happen to have a best friend who Diddy and people. Like, it's just ridiculous. L says, what's the end goal? You got to move smart and can change your life for good. Destroying his image ain't gonna get you ish. I don't know who you're talking to, but just to kind of address this, gotta move smart and can change your image. I'm not saying he can't change his image, but what I'm saying is who a person is who they are. That's my take on it. Who a person is who they are. By that logic, then a serial killer could change, or R word, a raper cannot be a raper no more. Who's in, what is in you is in you. If you was a horrible person before you had $1 billion, you think when you get $1 billion, you're going to become a better person? I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. And the whole destroying his image ain't going to get you ish. It won't get nobody anything, but it will get him to not be looked at as the person that y'all think he is. And his image needs to be shown. It needs to be a reflection of who he really is. That's just my opinion. Okay? That's just my opinion. Get the likes up on the video. Bree, thank you for the super chat. She says, I know here in South Carolina, if you have a court date and they don't show up, you the daddy. LOL. Well, it might be like that in Louisiana. I don't know. I ain't never had to get no paternity test. I wish I would have. I wish I would have cheated. Let me stop. Let me do it. No, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. I mean, I mean it sometimes, but I ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yay. This is where we are, people. This is all politics. He has to make his image look good. He's worked too hard, years, for this image. And he'll be damned if he lets somebody come in and tear it down. That's why he's reacting the way he's reacting to the claims. That's why all this stuff is happening the way that it is happening. Now, with that being said, y'all, I got to get off. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here. Y'all get the likes up on the video if you have not already. I will see y'all tomorrow. I got to start running, y'all. I've been gaining some weight since Thanksgiving. So I'll see y'all tomorrow, and I'll be down at the dollhouse this evening. Y'all make sure y'all pull up, and we'll talk about some other stuff, because girl Cardi done messed around and they done called CPS, and she put up Christmas pictures, but we gonna get into it. We got a lot to discuss. The whole Ronnie situation, girl, it's a lot. Y'all meet me down at the dollhouse after 5. I don't know what time, but after 5. Love y'all down to the ground. Let me Joce y'all up out of here. Peace.
Can you hear me now? Oh, let's go. It's your boy Big Chew, the voice of the beat.
You know what I want?
Blaze up.
Come on, blaze up.
It's the beat for me.
Wow, 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 for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Drop it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Do it for your guy, for your B-O-Y. Come on, baby, we love. For your boy. For your boy. Also for your boy. Fix it for your boy. Drop it for your, lift it up.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.